first letdown of the trip. It wasn't too bad. Hey everybody, I'm Kenny. This is Sagebrush Soul, and we are on our trip, day number 2, from Idaho to Arkansas, going to do a monster truck show. A couple of videos leading up to this one about getting ready for it. On the bright side of the letdown that I just had, I'm on a dirt road in Nebraska. It's substantial, but I think that officially makes this an overland vehicle finally. We're just about to get back on the interstate, but what the letdown was, we went to Cabela's in the last video, and I had seen it on the map. It wasn't too far off the interstate, but the Cabela's family cemetery, but on Google Maps you really can't see that there's a gate from the road. I had a feeling it was gonna be gated, but I figured with zooms and stuff like that I'd be able to at least, you know, get some B-roll of it. But no, from the farm road that I'm on right now, you can't even get to it from there. It's got a big gate and a pin pad and all kinds of stuff. So I thought about sending the drone up over to it, but obviously they want it to remain private. I have to respect that. So anyway, that's as much as I got of it, is what you already saw. But again, like I told you in the last video, I'm sorry, we don't have these where. Oh, this is greasy. Yeah, the Tahoe is dirty now. But I just want to show you. These are all over the place. I know that's not a big deal to a lot of you, but I don't know why. It's just intriguing to me that these old windmills still churning up water for folks out here to feed the cattle and whatnot. So anyway, I'm getting a kick out of it so far, but on to the bucket list thing. I can't remember where it is, but it's the North Platte Arch Bridge something thingy. I really need to work on my research. Well, we are here at the Great Platte River Road Archway. So we're gonna go in and check it out. Again, this was built, I thought it was like 30 years ago, but it's going into its 23rd year. So I've known about it for a long time. Always wanted to check this out, but it was built by Disney Imagineers, or they were hired or used to work for Disney. So it kind of has that feel to it, but it's gonna be pretty cool. That is one massive buffalo. Some native prairie grasses and whatnot here. Beginnings of the Great River Road, also known as Lincoln Highway. Got a Lincoln Highway monument right there, and I don't know if that's a replica or not. I'm guessing that is not the actual. I think that's a replica. I think that would be quite a bit bigger than this, so but pretty cool homage. I read about this is actually on Atlas Obscura. Both these boys got arrows slung at them and they got pinned to their horse. See the arrow going through one into the other. I think on the other side you can actually see. But they survived the attack. Oh gosh, it looks pretty fatal. Better go double check and make sure I didn't give you bad information. Statues of pioneers. I guess not a diorama, but collection of statues of the kids helping out in the field. We'll go ahead and jump in. The museum now closes at 5.
Sally Hester's diary is a blog before its time. A day-by-day account of the Great Westward Migration. At the top of the escalator, go through the covered wagon archway to see the first stop on that journey.
As you step through the entrance, you'll stop by the gift shop to buy your ticket. With your ticket, you'll receive a sweet sound wand that works its magic by detecting your location and playing an immersive soundtrack synchronized with the captivating life-size diorama exhibits. These exhibits vividly depict the incredible journey of the Great Platte River Road, tracing the pioneer westward migration to the modern-day impact it continues to have. Oh boy, I'm not even looking down. That's quite a ways up. I got the dizzies. Oh, I'm so tired of being afraid of heights. I did the best I could with the low light conditions, and the following is just a taste of what the museum has to offer.
All those trails meet up here at Fort Kearny. The U.S. Army built this fort back in 1848 to protect this road and as a supply post.
On our departure from Ohio, some cried and talked on Indians and bears. I was 7 years old.
I've tangled with some bears, but you won't see any along this trail. And the Indians have always shared this territory with us mountain men and showed us their game trails. The trail has other hardships, but you'll see those soon enough.
Many a father pulled his cart with his little children on it until the day preceding his death.
The wind drifted snow into our tent until we thought we would freeze.
When our company was late arriving at Salt Lake, Brigham Young sent back a group of wagons to rescue us.
The pioneers described many scenes like this one. Wagons and prized possessions abandoned in the dust.
We find on the trail a great deal of heavy, useless articles. A diving bell, anvils, bacon in great piles, tools of every description, trunks, chests.
We see stacks of books piled high along the way. We call it the Prairie Library.
This shows how the Oregon Trail, California Trail, and Mormon Trail flowed together from Fort Kearny to South Pass, then split again.
I'm John Hanson Beadle, a newspaper man. There's plenty of news today because American life keeps moving faster. I was born in 1840. That's only 30 years ago, but the whole world's changed since then. When I was a boy, the land west of the Mississippi was nothing but wilderness. Pioneers took 6 months to cross the Great Plains, walking beside their wagon.
We're heading to our next exhibit, which is dedicated to the building of the Union Pacific Railroad. This massive and dangerous undertaking became a national obsession.
May 1866, J.H. Beadle reporting. The race is on. Mayor Grenville Dodge will supervise construction of the railway west of the Mississippi. He explains that 2 companies will compete to lay the most track.
The Union Pacific Company will lay track out of Omaha, heading west with myself as chief engineer. The Central Pacific Cruise, run by Charlie Crocker, will come east from California through the Sierra Mountains.
The neon sign overhead welcomes you to our nation's first transcontinental highway system, the Lincoln Highway. Folks called it the Main Street of America. My grandpa told me about driving the Lincoln Highway back in the 1920s, when a vacation on wheels was a brand new idea. To share that excitement, here's one of the highway's first promoters.
Greetings, fellow motorists. I'm the Reverend Albert Beveridge, and I'm here to tell you about a true patriotic enterprise, an idea so big and yet so simple that it appeals to millions. I mean the Lincoln Highway, a system of roads stretching 3,400 miles from ocean to ocean. Today, you can drive from New York City straight through to San Francisco, crossing 13 states along the way. America's most respected businessmen agree that the Lincoln Highway will surpass the Panama Canal in tangible benefit to this country. Now, I know some of you are skeptical. you've heard preposterous claims, as this lady has.
I heard the Lincoln Highway went straight across. Nonsense. It is an imaginary line, like the equator.
I kind of jumped into this not knowing what to expect. Went through a bunch of pioneer stuff. It's basically everybody that crossed through here. So we've gone through the pioneers, and we got these little things that tell the story. But I understand this was made by Disney engineers, and you can really tell. But there's a lot of low light stuff I'm gonna have to do some editing on for you to even be able to see the darker ones. But this is kind of the cool part, the cruising part, the road trip part. Got a nice convertible Cadillac in here with the murals. I just showed you the movie theater part. Just kind of trying to give you a taste of the experience, not necessarily the whole shebang. So that is the railroad. It's lighting up. I don't know if you can see it. There's pretty fine lines. All that stuff in here is the Lincoln Highway, which we are traveling through Salt Lake City all the way from New York to San Francisco. Got a cool old diner, and we're actually crossing the Lincoln Highway right there. There's the interstate. We actually, that's the exit we got off on and drove down there. And got the radar detector right here. That guy's hauling ass. Got kind of a tapestry up above. Ooh, I can already tell I'm not going to enjoy this. I should have took the elevator. What fun would that be for you?
Bottom of the escalator, take the hallway on the right, and please sign our guest book. Check out the posters.
I'm not going to do it, but you can go to the gift shop and you can pan for gold and fossils and other things and take them home. Pretty cool. I'm going to check out the gift shop, then we'll go outside. I want to get a souvenir of sorts. Oh, you might know those folks. These are all people that have been here today. But this caught my eye. Tasmania, Australia, Germany, that Newfoundland? Oh, Nebraska, sorry. I got a little carried away. Canada, pretty cool. Yeah, as far as the Archway goes, I quite enjoyed it. I think kids would probably get a kick out of it, but definitely worth a stop. It's $15 to get in. You could be in and out of there easily in probably 30 minutes if you listen to everything on the little wands. You probably be a little bit more of a like hour-long experience, but it's cool. Glad I checked it off the list. Someday I probably want to come back and do it again without a camera so I can pay more attention to it, but it is cool. A lot of low light, so I'm hoping that the video footage turns out. I'm gonna have to do some editing to pull some of that out, but just wanted to give you a feel for it and a report as to whether or not I think it's worth it, and I think it's worth it. And I didn't see how much kids were about. I'm wanting to say it's like $6 for kids or something under 12. So if you got a whole gaggle of them, yeah, it might be a little bit of an expense, but with the cost of everything going up, it's not a bad deal. But I'm gonna hop back in the Tahoe and get headed for Grand Island, where I'm staying tonight with the Basils. And I think we'll call this a video, but hopefully I'll find some other stuff on the way. My name's Kenny, this is Sagebrush Soul. May the best of your past be the worst of your future.